What's going on, everyone? Today we have to talk about UAI because UAI is literally up almost 40% in the last 24 hours. It's at 31%, was at 38% earlier. So we're going to talk about this. Anyways, remember, I'm not a financial advisor, not a financial advice, but look at this. 51 million inside of trading volume, 52 million in market cap. So they're pretty much like the same right now. And for those that don't know, remember COAI. Everybody's looking at UAI now because the AI projects are going off. So anyways, we had this little pattern right here. So this pattern right here is what we call the descending triangle, and descending triangles are actually bearish patterns. As you can see here, the descending triangle has a slightly higher rate of success than the ascending triangle, and it's a 72.93% rate to the downside. But that little small percentage of a chance for it to break upside to the upside, it pretty much did it. And why? Well, as you guys know, this is an AI project. With a lot of these AI projects, these whales are playing with big money, and they literally keep dumping the coins. They literally keep manipulating the prices. So if you look at what happened to COAI, de-aging AI, COAI, de-aging AI, UAI now, if you look at other stuff like Blue AI, you look at MYX Finance, a lot of these different projects have the same exact people pumping and dumping them. So that's why we see the prices get manipulated like they do. But anyways, this is a descending triangle. Typically these are bearish, but what we've seen here is a uptrend from there. So it actually broke out. So there is still a possibility that it could dump after this, right after this little breakout here. But it's actually pretty hard to tell what's going to happen next from here. There's possibly going to be a breakout from here. Possibly. We could possibly see another breakout from this point. But honestly, it's hard to tell what exactly is going to happen. Now, if it did something like that, it could be similar to what we've seen with COAI, like a parabolic breakout. But I don't know if it's going to do that exact thing, because the whales know when people start to catch on, and people are starting to catch on. If you come over here, everybody's catching on Twitter, what they're doing with all the AI projects, especially the ones on the Binance Smart Chain. So a lot of people are starting to see, what's really going on. But anyways, you can see a few people here comparing UAI and COAI right here, UAI and COAI. There seems to be a similarity, or am I mistaken? That's what someone just now said there. So this guy's comparing it to Aster and MYX, but I don't know how you could do that. I think it's just comparing its trades. But another person comparing UAI and COAI. But yeah, as you can see, everybody is noticing the same pattern. UAI, COAI, as you can see here. So hopefully something similar to COAI. Well, not even hopefully. I don't even know. But like COAI was a pump and dump. So I can't even say hopefully, but if you're lucky enough to get in on the trade, and then get in while it's low, get out while it's high, if you're lucky enough, I guess. But what if this project never gets that high? What if it never does what COAI did? That's what I'm more focused on, and that's what I'm looking at, because I don't want to invest in something that is like a scam, right? Or I don't want to do that. But I'm still looking at COAI as a viable option here. So anything can happen at this point. There's not really much we can do on the technical side. We already broke out of this pattern to the opposite direction. So this thing could definitely be highly manipulated. But remember what happened to COAI and de-aging AI. Remember those projects and how much money went into those projects in such a short amount of time. Like, it was just absolutely crazy. And anyone that got in low and got out high made out with absolutely enormous gains. So yeah, if you look at it, like, went all the way up to $43, which is we're 98% down from there. And then de-aging AI is now still crashing. It's still going down. Now it's down 17% today. I think yesterday was like 20 something percent. I don't know. But as you can see, every single day it's down by like huge numbers. It's been going down because obviously they did their pump and dump, and they were successful with their pump and dump. Now the same price that it was like 6 days ago on November 6th, it's at that same price now. So yeah, anyone that bought into the hype and bought all the way up here is down massively. It went all the way up to a $2.8 billion market cap. $2.8 billion. And then at the price all the way up here, $28. It maxed out at $28. Now it's back to $1.73. And the reason why I'm talking about this is because what if we could see something similar happen to UAI? But remember, with these two projects, COAI and UAI, or COAI and AIA, you've seen that they were out for longer than UAI. UAI just kind of came out. So it might take it a little while to kind of get their feet set before they launch it. There's no way of knowing. So this project is honestly a gamble, and it's up. So personally, I wouldn't be buying it when it's up, but it is pulling back. If you believe it can keep going, I mean, you can roll the dice. But me personally, I don't know. But if it does pump massively, you're feeling really good, honestly. So make the choice yourself. But anyways, remember, I'm not a financial advisor. None of this is financial advice. Be careful. All that good stuff. Hit the like button, subscribe. As always, I'll be back with another video.